Back on Economic Buzz, this program can also be viewed through Starhub Asia Channel and MNC International. With me, Erwin Surya Brata. We still have Mr. Samir Dixit as the Managing Director at Brand Finance Asia Pacific. Speaking about Indonesia, I happen to be part of the ASEAN as well, that we are not yet becoming a brand-focused industry, especially for this banking sector. And you said like more education, more campaign needs to be socialized. By the time we talk about investing in the brand, not expanding, not seeing it as the corporate or company expenses. Share with us more what it takes to shift this kind of culture and attitude and behavior in our corporate world, that we should see it from the angle of investment instead of expenditure, as you said during the break.
I think if you look at what are the fundamental differences between an income and an expenditure, is when you spend something, you don't necessarily know what you're getting back in return.
Agree.
Whereas for investment, there is an economic value that you get back at the end of the day. And I think that's what's missing. And that's what we're trying to bring to the market, is a brand has an economic value. That economic value can increase or decrease depending on your efforts and your inputs. And so when you start measuring the value, you will automatically start looking at all the investment expenditure as investment, because there's a definite economic dollar value return attached to it. And that's what's missing. So that's why people look at it as an expenditure, saying, oh, I've spent the money, now it's gone. And the returns are all, maybe some customer awareness happened, maybe some products sold better than others, and that's about it. So there is no economic ROI for the brand and marketing expenditure. And once that is accepted, and once people understand that, then it will become an investment.
How will brand finance give or share advice or suggestion to our bankers or industry players in the banking sector, which should break this kind of cycle or habit, seeing it as the expenditure instead of the investment? Because so far we are already pretty content by the time we have the increasing amount or numbers of sales in our banking product and services, defined by the numbers of our customers as well. In the end, you said it should be more than just that. It doesn't define anything that you are successful enough through the number of your customer in your bank.
Well, that's just one of the measures, and unfortunately that's the only measure that some of the banks use, is, oh, how much we've grown in terms of customer base and share of wallet and this, that and the other. Those are all good, but the question is how competitive your brand is today versus what it was last year or 2 years ago. I think that's an important measure that they need to look at, more from, is the value of the brand growing or not growing? The more the value of the brand grows, it indicates that now the brand is driving the business. So a stronger brand will drive the business. A weaker brand will have to be driven by the business. And that's the big difference, again, between investment and expenditure. If you're investing in the brand and making it stronger, it will help you drive the business. There will be more pull and push for you. The customers would want to come to you rather than you have to keep knocking on the customer. I think what will happen fundamentally as a shift is you'll have to stop focusing on the smaller tactical bits in your communication, in your offers and all. All that's supposed to disappear when you have a strong brand. And the more you see these kind of things by the banks, it is just a clear indication that there isn't really a brand at play, because you're resorting to the freebies and the offers and tacticals for everything that you need to sell to the customer. Then there's something seriously wrong somewhere. How many times would you see Apple do that? How many times would you see a Google do that? How many times would you see a Louis Vuitton and other big brands do that? They don't. You still pay top dollars for them. Why should it be any different for the banking industry? And I'll give you, I mean, we've always had this debate, so, oh, but we are a regulated industry, but oh, we are this, that and the other. Hold on. Look at Intel. Right? A pure B2B player, nothing to do with the consumers, but even they have created such a big niche for them that you will not buy a computer if that little sticker is not there of Intel inside. Even that, with that sticker, you would want to know whether it's an i5 or an i7, or does it have the latest technology in it. That's how important they have made their own brand to be for the consumers. It is the primary decision maker. Why cannot it not happen for the banks?
Yes.
But the fact is, nobody is thinking about it.
Very interesting point you just made and share with us. If I may quote you, stronger brand will drive the business. That's something we must bear in mind always. We still have another second half of the talk show. I would like to discuss in more detail about what is actually brand finance, especially Banking 500 in 2015. Make sure you are still with us on Economic Buzz. We are going to discuss more about Brand Finance Banking 500 Report 2015. Stay tuned on Economic Buzz with Brand Finance.